Okay, so now let's talk about buffers. Or areas of influences, they're called in Carto. So right now I've got my water wells, so I needed point data in order to do buffers because buffers don't make very much sense for polygons. And so if you did take a buffer of a polygon, what it would do is just go from the center of the polygon and buffer outward from there. So what we have here are points, right? And there are a lot of points. And so we want to actually filter this down a little bit before we buffer. And so we'll go into our data layer, add a new analysis. We'll filter by column value, just like we've done before. I'm going to choose depth. And we want the really deep wells greater than 2,500 feet. Okay, now we've got the extremely deep wells only. Okay, so now we want to buffer these. So we'll add areas of influence. There we go. We'll add that. And let's say we will buffer in kilometers. Let's put a 10-kilometer buffer on each one of these wells. Okay, so there you go. And you can dissolve, right? So that you don't have the borders, and you can style, so you can get rid of the stroke there, right? You can change the opacity. So if you did want to dissolve those, you'd have to run the analysis again. So there you go. So now the buffers are dissolved. So now this is counted as one big large buffer rather than two separate buffers interacting or intersecting with each other. So now we have an idea of where in Indiana those areas of deep wells are. So you can see up here in Northeast Indiana, we have a cluster of these deep wells, another one up in Chicago. So that is how you create a buffer or area of influence in Carto.